everybody and welcome on today's video. Today I'm in the car. I'm going to visit a bonsai exhibition. Well, traffic jam, but it's gonna take me half an hour. So I see you when I arrive there. So see you in a second. Today I'm at the exhibition of the Shiroi Hana Bonsai Club, a club that's only been existing for 2 years. It's their first exhibition. So, yeah, well, let's go in and see what they have to offer. So this is the little business card of the Shiroi Hana Club, located north of Brussels in Belgium, and that's the exhibition that I'm going to visit now. I have high expectations and I think I will not be disappointed. So here we are at the entrance and we can see a few nice little things. On the left side we have a tanuki. You can see the strap wires, and well, that's going to be quite spectacular because this is a big piece of deadwood, and you can also see the fertilizer in tea bags. So right in the center we have a larch, and then next to it a hawthorn, a juniper, and I think that this is a little, well, it says pinus, but it might be a spruce, I'm not sure. So this is a large forest, a little group in a nice, well, it's not a pot, it's on a slate. And one of the nice things about it is that the little wooden table under it is also in the same shape as the slab itself, so that's a really nice detail. So we can see that we're in the beginning of the spring here, and well, it really looks good. The trees are opening up, so that's a really nice little forest to start with. So that's really fun. And so here we have a pine. They don't say exactly what pine it is. It might be a, I don't know, Scots pine? Could be, or maybe a white pine. I'm absolutely not sure, but it is in a really nice undeep cascading pot for a well, this is supposed to be a cascade because the lowest branch comes under the pot, but it's really a nice tree, really refined. Table is really magnificent. That's really a quality tree. Absolutely beautiful. Pot is clean, a little bit oiled. It's really nice. So here we have a really nice Japanese maple in a well, informal upright style. Leaves are just opening up. It's really great in a bluish greenish pot, well mossed, and it has a absolutely natural style to it. So it really looks like a deciduous tree. That's really one I like a lot. And here we have a pomegranate. It's really beautiful in a quite deep, well, glazed, but the glaze is not that consistent on the top, which gives it a really old, ancient look. The tree itself is twisted like most of the pomegranates are. It's still not opening up, but slowly I can see that some buds are swelling. There is a really nice little accent plant, and the tree is on a slab, and I must say that it looks absolutely brilliant. That's really a beautiful specimen. So here we have an Chinese elm, and it's probably issued from a commercial place, but as you can see, there's been a lot of work on it, and it's heavily wired, but in the future this will become a great tree, that's for sure. And here we have a hawthorn growing on a rock, and it's well balanced. You also can see a little figurine, which makes it, well, really nice. And the pot is quite deep. It's dark brown, but it matches the idea of the landscape. So this again is really a nice tree. And so here we have a quite big larch. I'll join the tree just to give you an idea of the size of it. So that's quite a big guy with a whole lot of deadwood. Just budding out. It needs to be wired, the owner said. It's sitting on a nice little table. Pot is a drum pot and it has a little accent plant to accompany it. So it's, well, again, really nice. And here we have a little cotoneaster in a blue glazed pot. It's a two-trunk tree and well, it's not fully matured, especially the crown, but this will go very fast because these cotoneasters, well, they grow quite fast. So in a couple of years, this will be a really nice tree. And here we have a Chinese juniper growing on a rock. Really nice. Nice, beautiful, healthy green crown and accompanied with a little plant on a beautiful slab made of stone. It's a ceramic slab, I think, and it's in flower, so it's really a good match for this tree. Here we have a big malus. It is a apple tree and it's in flower, so that's really nice to see. It's in a big blue glazed pot, a round pot. It's quite a big tree. Again, I'll put myself in the picture to show you. So here it is. It's a beautiful tree. Very wide crown. And it has a little bit of wire on it, but it's really nicely done, so it's really no problem to put this in a exposition. And here we have a willow sitting on a nice table. The willow has some flowers, which is something you don't see very often, and it's accompanied by a nice viewing stone, also on a wooden slab. So again, really nicely done. And here we have a pyracantha with a nice little accent plant on a wooden slab. This pyracantha has quite a trunk. It's, well, that's as big as my hand, so, and it has a nice balance to it. So it's looking great, and you can see the flower, but it's not opening yet, so it's going to be there in a couple of weeks, maybe. Again, beautiful pot. Very nice. And here we have a twin trunk Chinese elm in a quite deep, light yellow, brownish container. Looks very nice. Well, the color, the cream color of the pot matches really nice with the table under it. And there is a little viewing stone that brings us to this hazel, which is a tree you don't see often, but really has its charms as a bonsai. So again, well done. The hazel is in a oval blue pot, and it's really quite refined for such a big species. And here we have another big larch, really big larch. Unlike most of the larches, this one is in a glazed blue container, which is unusual, but I think it works. The table on which it is sitting is also absolutely beautiful. So again, a great tree. And so here again we have a hazel, and the owner tells me that it has been growing in his chicken coop for a whole lot of years, and well, one day he decided to put it in a pot, and now he's styling it. It's in the early stages, but this is really a tree with great character and great potential. It's unlike anything that I've ever seen before, but I think it is wild and really natural, so that's a great tree. And next to it sits a little Chinese elm in a beautiful little pot, a twin trunk. Again, really nice tree. Looks very natural, Small guy, but really great. Yeah, on a beautiful little wooden table. Here we have a juniper in a unglazed brown pot, and next to it as a accent plant is a little Portulacaria afra, which is really looking great. As you see, the big juniper has a guy wire in it with a quite strong bend in it, so really interesting too. So let's zoom in on the little Portulacaria now. Really nice little tree. And here we have a nice little display with a pine, a maple, trident maple, and a little copper bunny, because, well, it's Easter, well, was Easter a couple of weeks ago, but again, beautiful, a nice little table, well done. Right next to it we have a azalea. It is very, very bushy, very healthy, in a beautiful little handmade pot, I think. And here we have a Japanese maple in literati style. You don't see that very often. And it's on a beautiful reddish wooden table. It's accompanied by a little plant also in a slab. And it's just leafing out the Japanese maple, so in a couple of days this will be quite spectacular. And here in the corner we have a big larch on a slab. And when I say big, well, I really mean big. Very healthy tree and great slab covered in moss, very wild. Again, nicely done. Here we have a Carpinus, a hornbeam, in a informal upright style in a greenish pot on a beautiful table, and it's accompanied by, again, a little Eastern bunny, which is really nice. And here we have a really majestic juniper with lots of deadwood in a dark brown pot on a big table, and it's necessary, I think, because I suspect that this thing must weigh quite a lot. Trees well mossed up, really. Lots of details in the foliage. It's wired, but you can hardly see it, so it's a great wiring job. Really nice. And on this table on the left we have a juniper growing on a rock. It's really well done. It is in a suiban, which is a tray that contains water. There are 2 junipers on this rock, and then some plants to make it all look very natural. And then on the right, on this table, we have a Carpinus hornbeam in a beautiful glazed pot on a wooden slab, and in the middle we have the accent plant to finish it all. So again, really well done. And in the center of this room we have a quite big Japanese red maple, which has fantastic red leaves, and on the right we have a viewing stone on a bamboo mat. So this stone appears to be petrified wood, so it's not really a stone. It was, well, thousands and thousands of years ago, probably a piece of wood, and well, that changes the perspective. It's not a regular stone, so that's really nice to see this. So here's a close-up of that petrified stone, and well, the owner tells me that the moss grows naturally on it, and that it's really, really heavy. So here we have a 5-point display with on top a mugo pine, a lonicera, a cotoneaster, and then left we have a, on the bottom we have a elm, Chinese elm, and a little larch. And the table is really great. And here we have a little Japanese maple in a blue glazed pot on a little wooden table. It's really great. It's not that big, but it's really a nice little table too. And here we have a little Chinese elm with a fine little accent here at a drink, so kind of little pond-like thing. And here we have a nice little display with on the left a juniper. In the middle we have this cascading larch in a beautiful cascade pot. And then in a red-brown glazed pot we have a red berry. That's really beautiful. Great pot too. And then we have a apple tree, which is in flower. Looks absolutely great. A little cotoneaster. And then another larch right in the corner. You can see him in the middle of the screen now. And then here we have this Quercus suber, which is a cork oak. And that's really nice. So the cork oak is in a rugged pot, looks cracked. It looks like it is made of different pieces of stone. The bark is, well, like a cork oak should be, so it's great. And to give a little more to this rugged appearance, we have a rugged stone here, right next to it, which is, again, very well done on a little table. Great. And here again a little elm, probably a commercial elm, but it has a lot of character, and look at that pot. So that's really something special. Looks like it is a pot that was a failure, but obviously it's not, and the color matches the tree very well. And here we have a beautiful large group with a deer hidden behind a branch. So again, well done. And here again we have a beautiful pine, classic style but very well done. Nice branching, healthy tree, beautiful pot, beautiful table. Really, that's how it's supposed to be in an exhibition. And there's also a little corner where we have trees that are not necessary in a bonsai pot, but are completely in training. We have a juniper here and a silver birch in a big training pot, and then next to it another juniper in a wooden box. And that's to show the visitors of the show that sometimes it is better to wait a few years before you pot anything up. And so this concludes my visit to this really nice exhibition. Congrats to everyone who had a share in this. Well, hope you liked it as much as I did. Thank you for watching and see you next time.